It's not even 8:30 in the morning, and Nairi already finds herself in an argument she didn't want to have. Her daughter, V, is point blank refusing to go to her cousin's 21st birthday do later that evening. "I can't believe you booked us all to go there," says V, throwing her lunch things into her bag like a person smashing plates. "I forgot, V. I'm sorry, but listen," Nairi reads from her phone. "Our nationally renowned dishes are made with the finest grass and insect-fed beef and always accompanied by the freshest seasonal vegetables from the UK's most reputable farms. Look, I'm sure they'd make you something plant-based if we phoned ahead, V." V affects not to be impressed and instead hovers her phone over the crumpled wrapper on the table in front of her mother. "And I should also inform you, Mum, that the factory workers who produce the breakfast bar you just ate are not being paid a living wage. You just don't care, do you?" She gives Nairi the most insufferable look, swinging her bag over her shoulder. "See you later, maybe." The door slams shut. Nairi takes a deep breath, and she looks out of the patio doors at the sumptuous green of the downs and drinks it in for a moment. She feels guilty, but only a little. V is technically vegetarian, but it's only been a week since she was wolfing down roast chicken. A month ago, she was hell-bent on giving up sugar for all of 2 days. At her rate, she'll be eating meat again by the end of her first lecture and on a wheat-free diet by tea time. Nairi tries to think back to a time when it was all simpler, when food didn't come complete with a code of ethics, but she realises she can't. V will come round anyway, thinks Nairi. She sends her daughter the restaurant link. There is a reason they're so well regarded and expensive. And besides, V loves Ad and family get-togethers. It's Ad's 21st birthday today, you see, and Nairi plans to really treat her nephew. He's a good kid. Her brother JJ would be so proud of the young man he's grown up to be. Across town, Ad is groggy as he drives his forklift out of the charging station down to the docks. The hollow rattle of empty hulls hitting the dockside sings him awake as he parks up and guzzles weak tea, looking out at the blue and red stacks of refrigerated containers dripping sea salt on the tarmac and coiled ropes. The lorries bringing the beef for export are lined up and ready. Ad has been watching these containers loaded onto ships for the last 4 years. Tonight, he supposes, he will find out what all the fuss is about. He's nervous about what to wear tonight. This restaurant is the kind of place where the tablecloths are made of better material than your shirt, where every slice of veg has got its own folklore. It's famous, and not the kind of place that Ad would ever think of going to himself. His mother, Sarah, had offered to go halves with Nairi on Ad's birthday meal, but that was before she'd realised where they were actually going. Fortunately, Nairi wouldn't hear of it. She told Sarah it was a treat for her as well. "It might be Ad's birthday, but you did all the hard work making him." Took the embarrassment out of it for Sarah. She was good like that, Nairi. Like, she'll always talk about Ad's dad, her brother, but she'll never, ever bring up his illness. And if someone else does, she always says something like, "Well, not all heart problems are down to lifestyle, you know. Read the stats." And she says it with a smile so it shuts people up, but ever so gently. In her kitchen, Sarah is putting a card into an envelope. Inside is a neatly folded piece of paper. Her son's birthday present. She hopes he'll like it. It's not exactly an e-bike or a new pair of headphones. It's shares in a local food co-op. Dave, one of the other volunteers at the Green City Work Group, put her onto it. She'd had to scrimp for a few months, but it's definitely worth it. This is the kind of present that will make Ad think ahead. And it will keep on giving. And it's a grown-up present for a grown-up boy. Well, young man. 21, she thinks. Beside her, neatly ironed, is the suit she will wear tonight. She runs a hand over a frayed cuff and thinks about the restaurant, the meal, how Nairi will be so kind to her and insist that she sit at the head of the table, and suddenly Sarah feels very lonely. She gazes out across the town toward the docks. Cranes lifting orange containers onto ships, ships making their way out to the horizon swallowing them up until they're gone. She can feel her husband's smile from the photograph on the wall behind her. She wipes her eyes and then lifts her mug of tea, glancing round at the photo. Here's to the future, eh, Jay? Whatever it is,